I'm here with Mustafa Kheriba, CEO of Kheriba Capital. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Ashley, for having me.
You do a lot of work with family offices in the UAE. Talk to me about what you're seeing family offices do at the local level that provides really sustainable return.
Yeah. Look, historically, family offices and ultra high net worth individuals per se in this region were generally exporters of capital. So they've always invested their money outside of the region. And I think in the last 3 years or so, we're seeing a sort of shift in that mindset where now they're finding that there are ample opportunities for them to invest here in the UAE in particular, but more likely also in the region. So the focus has shifted. So it's from investing outside of the country to investing inside the country because of the growth and the demographics and everything that's happening in terms of regulatory change. Even the government legislation and the changes that are happening are making it really good investment opportunities for them here in the country.
What key industries or verticals are really exciting for you right now?
Look, for us right now, we're focusing on alternative assets. We're also focusing on some technology, digitization, a little bit of venture capital, because you have to also, with money being invested locally, you have to ensure that you have decent exits for those investments that you're looking at doing. So today, yes, the venture capital market, and there's plenty of opportunity to deploy capital there, but we're really not seeing the proper exits as we would see outside this region. So we're trying to navigate through those sort of obstacles, but nevertheless, we're still focused on real estate is still a big sector, a big part of any family office investments here in the region, or particularly in the UAE. But we're slowly moving them away into alternatives and venture type of investments.
What key allocation do you advise your family offices to do for a diversified portfolio that can be sustainable during an unstable economic climate?
Look, diversifying a portfolio actually is a staple of anything, any portfolio, not only if it's a family office or not. But what we're trying to understand, and particularly for the family offices that we manage their money for them, is what is their long-term perspective or outcome? Because as you can see, in this region, these family offices and the matriarchs of these and the patriarchs of these family offices are getting of age. And we have to really take a look at whether the second and third generations are still wanting to carry on the legacy. Are they looking to divest? What is the sort of vision and outcome and timeline that these individuals have? So it's always important to sort of align the investment strategy with the timeline that you've got available.
In your personal estimation, what percentage of assets should be allocated to cryptocurrencies for a strong but diversified portfolio to weather an uncertain economy?
Look, I don't think that cryptocurrency in its pure form is a form of strength to any portfolio. On the contrary, I think it is an important part of a portfolio, but it goes into the allocation of a little bit more higher risk. And generally, a balanced portfolio does not have a higher risk component than stable or medium risk component. So I would say if they're comfortable and they are able to withhold and weather the upwards and downwards cyclical movement of crypto, then 10 to 15% would be a decent amount.
What is your advice for family offices as they navigate the unique challenges in the next 5 years?
Look, I think family offices should look at themselves as becoming a institutionalized organization rather than just a holder of assets, an aggregator of assets, and then investing differently. I think the family offices should move more towards formalizing the structure, putting CEOs in place, putting asset managers in place, putting money managers in place so they can make sure that their money is working long term for them. Today, family offices are pretty much run by the father or the grandfather or the higher authority in that family. But I think they should move more towards institutionalizing that structure.
Mustafa, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Ash.